All right, and YouTube is up as well. Let's go. Yeah, what's up, Conan? How are you? How you been? Oops. Theo, hello again. How have you been? I hope y'all had a good Sunday, a relaxing Sunday. Good, I'm at work. It's daytime here. Oh, right. Hopefully work is smooth, I suppose. It's a long weekend over here. There's no work tomorrow. Hope you had a nice weekend. What's the occasion tomorrow, Conan? Kyle, what's up? Yo. Kyle, sorry for the late start. I'm thinking, so we might do this as a really fun two-part stream because I did forget how this one was a desolder build. So we might desolder and do stabs tonight, and then tomorrow we'll come back and we can finish up the build. So we'll kind of do a two-parter. This is Tadpole, right? I believe so. It's been a little while since I built a Seis Cero. Cool. All right. Glad you're on board. You got an FR301 or just like an SSO2 or something for desoldering? I have the gun. I got the pew pew gun. The 301. Mexican Revolution. It's actually on the 20th, but for some weird reason they give us the Monday instead. Do you do anything for that holiday? Or is it kind of like you just kind of chill, take the day off? How often does it clog for you? So it used to clog for me a lot. And honestly, I had to buy multiple new nozzles on the end because it would clog so badly that I could never unclog it and get it to work again. Truthfully, what you have to do is you got to clean that thing religiously. You gotta clean it every single time. If you don't clean it, it's gonna clog. And I learned that the hard way. But it doesn't clog for me anymore. It is annoying, but honestly, if you desolder more than 1 or 2 PCBs a year, like if you're streaming, I guess, like I am, or you have a build service, it's still worth it because it just goes so much faster. Nothing special at all, just taking the day off and that's it. Hey, that sounds like a day well spent. So what else? I'm trying to think if I have like anything else to talk about before we just jump into it and get started. Where's this train footage? This is Switzerland? Oh no, it says Italy to Switzerland. I couldn't tell you where exactly we are right now. Oh, there you go. Bernina. Looks beautiful though. Oh my god, it looks good. So your new desk rise looks sweet. Oh yeah, the shelf thing. Don't tell anybody. This will be a Twitch secret, but the legs on my desk shelf actually aren't glued into the top yet. So it's a little precarious. The top is just sitting on top of these legs. And I should complete that project soon. But I do really like how it looks. I wish I could show you, but I have no camera angle that's going to show that. Soon, I think I'm going to invest in a third camera for this stream. I used to have 3 cameras and I could do 3 camera angles, but I ended up getting rid of one of them. Wish there were landscapes like this near me so I could go ride my mountain bike all day long. Oh, me too. Conan, that's honestly my one complaint with Minnesota is that it's just way too flat. If Minnesota wasn't flat, it would be top tier, I think. But it's just so flat. Really, you like the Minnesota climate? It gets more difficult every year, to be honest, but I've been here forever. Like, I can't imagine living somewhere where it doesn't get cold in the winter. And snow. I can't imagine a winter without snow either. Are the alcoholism stereotypes? Is there a big, I didn't even know that was a stereotype. Is that because you're like inside all the time, so you just drink, or? In my experience, I haven't, I don't know, it seems pretty comparable to other states in the US as far as I am aware. But I have no scientific data at all. Dang, that kind of sucks. I didn't know that was a stereotype about us. If you didn't see the title, tonight we have a Seis Cero Daji board. We got a rebuild, so we are starting with a little pew pew gun desoldering action. What is the PC Alice? If you do exclamation point keyboard, I think I have the right command in there. But it's a Rikia, is what it's called. Yes, I do. It's kind of messed up, but hopefully you can decipher the weird formatting there. I moved some things around in the office, so hopefully I don't have to get up as much as I used to. Is this a Bluetooth one? That's kind of fun. Is it a Rukia clone? I mean, everything's more of like a TGR Alice clone, you know? Maybe this would also technically be a Rukia clone. Probably. I mean, yes, it's definitely, I believe Rick. So Rick is the designer, owner of Caffeinated Studio. And I believe the whole purpose of running it was like, the Rukia walked, right? Crawled, failed, so that the Rikia could win. Can you help me understand the hype and high cost of these Daji keyboards? I'd like to understand, thanks. I saw basic box on wedge for like $1,000. So if you're looking at secondhand prices, it's never gonna make sense. I'll just tell you that right now. I would not pay secondhand prices for one of these boards. Right now, if I'm being honest, I've said this before. I don't think this is a hot take. At this point in the hobby, I don't think I personally would pay secondhand prices for any board. Unless it's like a really old school Grail or something. But even then, I don't know if I could justify paying that much. What's up, Brian? But like most things, Theo, it's just gonna be supply and demand. If people want a board that doesn't, they can't buy anymore for retail, you kind of have to pay the secondhand price. Sub by Polaris if I found one cheap? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you have like your Grail board or whatever. No. Got it. I don't know if Polaris is or ever was really Grail, but it's neat, and I like AI03. I built an AI03 board a long time ago. I'm running out of space here already. What boards would you, other people in the chat, what boards would you pay secondhand prices for nowadays? In today's keyboard year of our Lord and Savior. Yeah. I think the only board on the hit list is the Jace. Probably live vicariously through others after I get one. Live vicariously through others after I get one? I'm confused, but you would have it. Why do you have to live through other people? I've never bought anything secondhand and probably won't ever unless I come across a nice, well-cared 910 gaff. You know what's crazy? I had one of those. Ooh, Gion? Okay. Actual Grail for me would be like an Orion 2.5. See, I would say, for me, I would say something like an OTD. But with how much those boards cost, I wouldn't. I couldn't. So even if I had the opportunity to buy one, I just don't think I could. Yeah, Captain, that's where I'm at, honestly. That's where I'm at right now. There's just so many boards coming out. Cousin Fat, what's up? Thank you for the sub. What are you up to on this fine Sunday night? What other 60s are in Grail territory besides the obvious ones like Unicorn? 60s? I mean, for some people, these Daji boards, the Seis Cero is up there for sure. For me personally, I don't think there's any other 60 that's like, well, I mean, in Alice, TGR Alice, if you include Alice as 60. Played the new COD all day. It's sort of trash. All right, that's what I've heard, cousin. Are you confirming that it is indeed trash and not worth the time? What's up, Juan? How are you? How's your weekend? How's your week? Has Bull made a 60? Bull has made 60s. There's like the Capybara board. Cappy 60. Bull also made... Didn't Bull make the... I think the first Bull keyboard I ever built was the Gias. Is that how you say it? Yeah, there you go, Captain. The Gias 60. I didn't watch that anime, but the board was cool. Ryan, thank you for the sub. Appreciate you, homie. Week was all right. Ready for the holidays. I need a break, dude. I feel that. I have not taken much PTO this year. Sweet melody. I keep looking at chat over here. I'm just going to get rid of chat over here. Have you tried the LZ CLS or Lin Whale before? No, neither of them. What is the LZ CLS again? It sounds familiar, but I don't recall what it is. Cloud9 2 group buy is live until tomorrow. That's a good 60. I do like the way the Cloud9 looks. I wish I got to build one, truthfully. All right, let us heat up the gun. Do you guys like the burr noises? Do you want me to leave my mic on or do you want me to mute my mic? And we can watch something. We could either just watch the train rip or we can put on a video too. TKL from LZ, Old Korean. Oh, that's probably what it is. No, I haven't built a Frog Mini either. No Frog Mini. Let's see, what else could we throw on while I desolder here? Random question, but what credit cards do you use? Dude, I went down a credit card rabbit hole about 2 years ago. I went down a credit card rabbit hole with the whole plan was for me to find like the most straightforward solution to just like at most 3 credit cards, and I just wanted cash back. I didn't want to do points or anything like that. I don't even have a travel one. I just do cash back credit cards. So I would start, Ryan. I'm not I'm not the right person to like give you the best possible credit card options, but what I would suggest is like figure out how you want to do it. Like choose if you want to do cashback strategy, points, travel strategy, like whatever you want to do, and then research what makes the most sense within that category. I like cashback because it seems more mindless to me than points. I think points is probably more bang for your buck, but it's also like more work. So balance that. Mm-hmm. All right, we might just go trains in Berber again. I was trying to find something else to watch, but I figured it out. What's your cashback card, if you don't mind me asking? I decided that for me, what made the most sense was the Bank of America cashback system. There's a couple different cards, but Amazon card is great for cashback, especially if you order from Amazon. I do also have the Amazon card because unfortunately, I give Jeff Bezos too much money, including by streaming. Just gonna move the microphone away a little bit. This solder is a little weird. Yikes, my eardrums. Warning. Okay, unfortunately, like those last 4 did not actually desolder. Frosty, what's up? Thank you for the sub. I appreciate you. Glad to see you streaming again. Thanks, man. Appreciate you being here. Planning to have a dine out card, cash back for general goods, and travel cards. See, if you're down to do that much work and have to like remember which card you're supposed to use for each thing, then that's great. I cannot be bothered to do that much work to get like, I don't know, $50 more a year. I don't know. You just got to balance that. Decide if it's worth it to you. Yeah, we didn't get those, unfortunately. The other thing you got to be careful with the gun is if you get too confident and think you can like finish all of something without cleaning it, that's when it'll really get jammed on you. We're back. Ryan, that can be a good setup though. I would say just keep researching it. I wonder if a good hand pump might be more efficient, just more painful. I don't know. You're seeing the gun at its worst right here. Dang. Sometimes you have to go and put a little more solder on a couple of them if they don't come out the first time. Yep, might be due for cleaning. Oh, it's still coming out though. Oh, weird. God, I'm telling you, this solder is a little bit weird, though. Also, do you know that you can lube internals of a hand pump and it makes it so effective, arguably better than a gun? Lube the internals? What does that do? Do you clean it before putting it away? That's where I would assume it can get messed up. People clean it when it's needed, but not when they should put it away. Yes. You have to clean it every single time. Have to clean it every single time. Otherwise, it gets chalked up. I just have to go... I'm going to empty out the filter and then just run the screw through it quick. It's just a part of the deal with these. All right, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go empty this out. All right, let's see if we're back. Let it heat up again. Makes the suction stronger and more effective. Lubing the O-ring, which acts as a gasket, lessens friction between the gasket and the inner walls for the hand pump. Many hand pump O-rings come lube, but not enough. I don't know. I've used a hand pump a couple times, and I do not enjoy the experience of using the hand pump. But and we're back. think the real speed demons use wick, but risk of tearing pad is higher. That sounds just not as calming as a Berber gun. Don't you love the sweet, sweet sounds of the Hako 301? What? There's no way I didn't get that one. Oh, I see. Yeah, this one, the solder just didn't even lift. Also, how's life, man? Work still keeping you busy with upcoming deadlines? Yeah, so paid leave in Minnesota is really close to being a reality. It starts in January, so like the biggest deadline is still upon us, but we're almost there. It's nice to be where we're at, because I feel like I can see the light at the end of the work tunnel. I'm having better luck when I just let everything melt for a little bit longer. Did you say you are considering moving out of Minnesota? Didn't catch what you said clearly. No, I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm working for the state, so I can't, if I want to keep this job, I can't move outside of the state, but. We were very close to moving to Seattle. How about you, Ryan? Are you itching to move somewhere else? It's definitely becoming more of a reality. Not exactly sure, but probably going to stay in Minnesota for uni, and I'll see from there. Would you move, like, because your family would move, or do you want to move? If that makes sense. Oops, I think my build command says alu plate. I'll have to switch it to FR4. This is FR4, right? I think so. got it. Yippee! Oof. All right, I'm going to go clean some stuff. It needs a little bit of shining. It's my choice. My parents are pretty opposed to moving states. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm gonna go throw these stabs away. And clean off the PCB a little bit. What's up, Stillweather? I will be right back, guys. So I'm gonna go clean this. Oh no, the video stopped. Dinner and keyboarding? It's Bourbon time. I do just a quick little cleanup. Nothing deep, but just got rid of most of that extra lube. What's up, Stillweather? What's new? What else did I say we were doing tonight? Oh, we'll do the stabs as well. So Alex Otos influenced me to get this Womier? How do you say that? Womier SK71 Pro for the price, love it. Do need to tweak it, good bit. Tell me about it. I didn't see Alex build that one. I'm sorry you got influenced though. Oh, I was about to say the non-YouTube premium is just so many ads. But I was also going to add that the other day I was watching YouTube, and I watch YouTube while I cook sometimes. And so an ad will come on, and I'm not able to get to it for a little while. You know, I can't like get over to my phone because my hands are sticky or something, and I can't hit skip. And the other day, an Apple ad jumped in while my hands were sticky, and it just never ended. I couldn't get to my phone for maybe 3-4 minutes, and the ad did not auto skip. It just kept playing forever. It's the longest Apple ad I have ever heard. Where was I going again? Oh yeah, I was just gonna make sure. I think I know what layout Kyle wants, but I'll just double check here. Oh, plateless. This is plateless. Sick. Okay, okay. I forgot if we could do that. Plateless, full backspace, split right shift, and step caps. Full backspace, split right shift, step caps. Beautiful. Nobody's ever gonna redeem Scary Game Ryan. There's just no way. Let's get rid of this plate then. If we don't need a plate. I hate YouTube, it's getting so bad. Can't skip 30-second ad, but then it plays an ad. I can skip, but it's an hour long. That's what I'm saying. It's so long. The skippable ads, if you can't get to them, it's insane. I'm just gonna go for the jump. Full backspace. Enter. Spacebar. Shift. Two, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8. Well, I hate it because I fall asleep with the vid playing, and I wake up to an ad that was literally playing for 15 to 30 minutes. Yeah, it's terrible. It's like an infomercial. Womie has been around a while. Alex wasn't sure about it, but a friend told him he's throwing in his name. So the SK71 Pro looked interesting. The keep itself is a 3-part frame, top and bottom aluminum, middle is some sort of plastic. Mounting are these dumbbell gaskets that connect to the PCBs so you can do plateless. Oh, is it like tadpole? Tadpole mount, perhaps? Like what we're building here. ISO compatible, though plate and PCB are 1.2. Okay, similar to tadpole. Wow. And you said for the price, so I assume it's like is this like a sub $200 board? $90. Sale is $55. $55 and it's made of aluminum? I don't understand how they're even covering materials costs there. It's pretty darn good. Switches are all wait, it comes with switches too? And it's loud. It got foam in there, but it's easy to take out. One ribbon cable stabs, got some loop, but nothing premium about this board. Being aluminum for $50 already is it's pretty crazy. Oh, I got the hiccups. Hopefully it was a one and done hiccup. Kyle, you brought up the desk shelf earlier. And I do want to say one thing about desk shelves. Every time I put a desk shelf on my desk and then I take it off for whatever reason, like I took this off temporarily to finish the wood, I then all of a sudden like my desk way better without the desk shelf. I don't know why that is. But every time I take it off, I like it better. But I'm trying to get myself to stick with it for a little bit. But I took it off and I was like, oh, there's so much space now. Looks so much more minimal. You feel that? Looks pretty nice. You made it, right? Yes. It is pretty simple, but I did make it. It's just a lot of rectangles. My the coffee not cart. It's not really a coffee cart. I just made like a cabinet, maybe you would call it. I made a cabinet to put my coffee stuff on top of and inside. It's got a drawer. I'm pretty proud of how that's come. I got a little bit more work to do on that, but it's looking pretty darn good. And it's also the first time I've ever done a drawer. The drawer was a little tricky. What's up, logo? How are you? How was your Sunday? This is such a good song. Doing well. Sunday was relaxing, getting ready for work. Hopefully no Sunday scaries. I still get some Sunday scaries, but at my past job, I used to really, really not like Sunday nights. I get Thursday scared, mostly since Friday is normally the shittiest day for me. That sucks. It's where I'm at with my job. I dread Sunday nights. I'm sorry to hear that. It's honestly a terrible feeling. And it sucks that it's tied to how we make a living, you know? It can feel very inescapable. And I don't like that about jobs. When you're in a shitty job, it's not always easy to leave. I never used to feel anxiety on Sundays until our new boss started last month. Now I dread Monday. Bosses are another example of that. A shitty boss, a shitty boss will ruin the best of jobs. Fire drill Friday. Are you saying you have a fire drill on Friday? Or do you also have busy Fridays, Kyle? People often enjoy doing their job. It's having to go to work that's the problem. I like that. I'm stealing that. This doesn't work for every industry, obviously. But for me, part of what made me like my job more was moving from the private sector to the public sector. I now, like, I always somewhat liked my role, like my position and the skill set that I have. But I didn't always like what I was working on. And now I also do feel good about what I am working on. And that makes a really big difference. Even though the money is technically not as good. Kind of what Logo said, big issues usually pop up on Fridays. Really? And I'm glad I don't have that. Friday is, for the most part, Fridays are my slower day. So far, anyways. Do you mind sharing what your profession is? Curious to know what a keyboard streamer does during the daytime. I work in IT, which I feel like a lot of people in this hobby are IT or IT adjacent. If you're familiar with like product, I am a product manager. Product manager, kind of product, the way we're structured, it's kind of product owner. Some places seem to use that word interchangeably, but another keep streamer works in the financial institute handling client finances for retirement. Are you talking about Ryan? Yeah, he's got a good gig from what I've seen of his lifestyle anyways. Giving him more input on what Keeb streamers' daytime jobs are. I'm a product designer, physical products. I have a big irk when people call digital products product design. What do you want them to call it? Digital design. Digital design, that sounds like that YouTube series. I'm a computer. I'm a computery guy. You know what I'm talking about? Digital products is more appropriate. Okay. Digital project. Are you upset because you... Oh no, still what I was responding for, Theo. I was wondering if it maybe upset you that you have to specify physical products. Whereas I think at this point, most people associate products with digital products. Maybe that's not true though. Maybe that's just what I think. So do you help build digital products, applications? If so, on what platform? Yes. Right now, I am working on a state, the rollout of a state program. And I'm working on a few things. My area and my background is mostly on, basically since I graduated college, I've been working on back-end API teams, or just teams that are doing a lot of data transfers between systems, whatever it is, system integrations. So like the first team I ever worked with, we were building out this whole suite of APIs that they wanted their business to transition to, and that's kind of what I'm doing now for the state. It's like I sit in one agency within the state called the Department of Employment and Economic Development. And then our program has to interact and essentially get information from other agencies throughout the state. And every agency kind of has its own developers and their own skill set and willingness to build out data integration. So like with some of them, we have API integrations. Some of them, we're sending files to each other. For the very first time in my career, I am learning what a mainframe is. And how to interact with a mainframe and get data out of it. It's interesting. Some of like the state technology is very archaic and it just never gets updated because of cost or some things are just like, it's too risky at this point to update some things. So it's interesting work, but it's can be stressful sometimes because you're dealing with people's data and whatnot. But there's also like, it's not my particular area, but I do some things, right, to help support the front end that people within the state will actually log in and, you know, apply for our program. So our website is Ruby on Rails. We use temporal for workflows. And then everyone internally that, like the whole operation side of our program manages cases in Salesforce. So we have to do all these integrations as well between Rails and Salesforce. Oh my, I hate Ruby. What do you got against Ruby? Oh, so I'm not going to defend Ruby. I don't do any of the coding, so. We have a section called Ruby Hate, really. Yeah, I didn't choose it. And I don't have to deal with it. I just have to deal with Azure DevOps, which I passionately hate as well. If it's physical, wouldn't it no longer be a digital product? Yes. Yes? I mean, some things are both, right? You could be working with hardware that also has software. See, I haven't had issues with TX stabs in a while, so I feel like I'm due for a tricky one, but let's see if we can get away with another one. I work in the public sector as well. Hey, thank you for your service, Nuggets. As a functional analyst, helping build an app on Salesforce currently, so thought I'd ask. Hey, it sounds like we are kind of doing similar things. Yeah, we use Salesforce for basically all of our like internal case management. So somebody applies for our program, cases get created in Salesforce, and then it's people approving or denying applications is all within Salesforce. Another part of my job, so I manage two products within the state. One of them is the data integrations that I talked about, and then the other part is I built out the contact center for our program. So all of our agents that take calls and answer emails is all within Salesforce too, which I have a lot of things to say about Amazon Connect and Salesforce. It's been a nightmare, but it's working now. I'm not a dev, but every time I try to use something built on Ruby, it's terrible with dependencies and eats up memory. I have heard that about memory too, actually. Main issues that product design existed before the creation of digital design was known to be physical products. The introduction of digital products, it is now overshadowed and redefined the role of a product designer. It definitely has. I feel that. Plus the bastards get paid more. Yeah. All right, I'm going to, what time do we got? 10:10. 10:10, so this is going to wrap up part one for tonight. We're going to leave the build as it is. I'm going to clean up my desk because I have to work here tomorrow. but we will come back tomorrow and we'll finish the build. Kind of do this in 2 parts, just because we had to do some desoldering. So tomorrow I will be back. I would say similar time. We can probably get started a little bit earlier, 7:38 maybe. We'll put the switches in, plateless style. Kupo, I haven't seen you in a minute. How are you? Kupo, you better come back tomorrow. I'm trying to catch up. Yeah, we'll come back tomorrow. Plateless build. Hear how the Seis Cero sounds. Maybe look at it too. I guess we didn't really look at the board. I apologize for that, but tomorrow will be cool. Doing well. Hope you've been doing awesome. I've been doing pretty darn good, Kupo. I'm glad you have been too. Need to get fitted for a suit? What's the occasion? Let's see. Anybody building a keyboard right now? I don't see anyone building a keyboard. I don't know what Kim is doing. Kim is doing an IRL stream. We're going to raid Kim. Oh my God, she's driving. Kim is driving. Wedding? Nice. Not your wedding, right? Is it your wedding? Are you just in a wedding? Okay. Okay. Well, good luck getting the suit fitted if I don't see you. If I don't see you before. Thanks, Sarah. See you for part 2. All right. I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah. See you tomorrow. Similar time. Same exact place. All right.